Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Can everyone hear me okay? Okay, so how are we going? How are we handling all this? Okay, just bring this over here for a minute. Hey King Snowball, how you doing? Cynthia, how you going? Deb, how you going? I am Kai, out to lunch. Who else have we got? Deb. King Snowball, I've said that already, I think. Luna, how you going? Who else have we got here? I'm just going through all the comments to say hello to everyone first. Alex, how you going? David, how you going? Who else have we got? We're going to have a pretty relaxed live stream this morning because I've been just flat out this week. Hey, Xenotron, how you going? Who else have we got? Simone, how you going? Okay, I think I've got everyone. MM, how you going? I think I said hello, David. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a relaxed time because, oh my goodness, this week has been insane. And not just with my family, but with the news as well. How you going, Misty T? Dana, how you going? Okay, let me just go over here. I'm going to share the screen with you. This one and that one and share. So I've got the audio this time. I've made sure I've done it right, I hope. Okay. Oh, I did it again. Let me just remove this while I get to where I was. Hang on, guys. Twitter keeps refreshing on me and going back to the very beginning of my bookmarks. And I don't want you to get motion sickness like I do when I do this. Have to scroll through. Okay. Let's add that to the stream again. Okay. Now, some of this is from days ago. The Babylon Bee said scientists at Budweiser attempt to discover how many beers it would take for Dylan Mulvaney to pass as a woman. Oh, and did anyone see this of the Dalai Lama? Carl actually posted this. Remember days when this was considered a conspiracy? Stu Peters asked, why is the Dalai Lama fondling this young boy and asking him to suck his tongue? Now, listen to this and watch this. Oh, hang on. Let me just make it bigger. And...
Edsa, my tongue.
No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. How awful. How awful. I don't know if everyone's seen that. Zero Hedge was asking 5 days ago, where is the manifesto? Because distraction reigns. Oops, I forgot to like that one. Okay, and this one's about something you're not supposed to talk about. Craig Kelly, Australian politician, said new study, this here was saving lives when they banned it. This is huge. Just released retrospective study from France, 30,000 plus patients has found that those two things were reducing deaths by 71% when given early and by 45% when given in hospital before they banned it. And we know that was essential to obtain emergency use authorization for the experimental jabs. The following list of people must now firstly wipe the blood from their hands, apologise, and then beg forgiveness from the Australian people, especially from those that lost loved ones to the coup for their ill-informed and often politically motivated attacks on this certain thing. Anthony Albanese, Scott Morrison, Chris Bowen, Ali Langdon, the Australian newspaper, Paul Barry, the Canberra Times, Paul Kelly, John Skerritt, Jeanette Young, Dan Andrews, and Nick Coatsworth. Add more names to add to this sorry list that failed the public so badly. If the world had followed the science, the real science, there would have been no need for lockdowns, no economic damage, no printing of money, a huge reduction in deaths, and no injuries. Further, those that fabricated studies to discredit this thing and those that ran studies designed to fail, Oxford, by overdosing people should be placed under arrest because it worked. So I'm going to like that one too. Yeah, as we know, Josephine Cashman said vote no for the voice of globalism. Okay, is this the one? Hang on. I've got to turn the music down. I love that music though. It was always a British idea. Did I see that? Shadow Party Assets Strip. What is a native title? That's what they're using in Australia to send us straight into globalism. They're using the voice. That's what it is. Gays Against Groomers said no one had a problem with drag queens until they started going after kids. No one had a problem with trans people until they started going after kids. When will our community realise that people are not anti-LGBTQ+, but rather pro-child protection? The radicals pushing this in our name are the ones doing damage to all of us, not those trying to safeguard children. And that's Gays Against Groomers. And again, we've got this stupid Dalai Lama. Something came out about him a few years ago, I remember. Ollie London, who seems to be on our side, even though, are they a trans person? I don't know. Looks like it. Full statement from Tibetan Spiritual Leader's Office after the 89-year-old assaulted a young boy, as we just saw. His Holiness wishes to apologise to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. What about his actions as well? His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. That was not teasing people. That was disgusting. Oh my God. I mean, therefore I am, said the Louisville mass, person was a pronouns mob, anti-Trump and pro-lockdowns, unhinged and mentally unstable Democrat. Watch the story about him vanishing from the media, and their death of innocent people will be exploited by Democrats for their anti-firearms campaigns in 3, 2, 1, and that was 4 days ago. Dar said, Bud Light and Nike want you to ignore a fake woman with a penis and no boobs and buy their beer and sports bras. And if you don't, you're a trans bigot. Don't you know? Don't you know? The New York Post reported Friday that its executives at companies like Nike, Anheuser-Busch, that's the name of it, and Kate Spade, whose brand endorsements have turned controversial trans influencer Dylan Mulvaney into today's woke it girl, aren't just virtue signaling. Instead, they're paying the modern-day equivalent of mafia protection money, trying to keep the heat off their businesses. They're hiring Dylan, making other displays of wokeness because they have to, or risk failing an all-important social credit score that could make or break their businesses. If they don't inflict woke advertising campaigns on us, they're liable to do damage to their corporate equality index score, which could be disastrous for their business. Really, and shoving this BS down our throats isn't disastrous for business? Well, apparently, Bud Anheuser-Busch has lost a lot of money in the last 6 days, last week. So there you go. And hopefully Nike do the same thing. I won't buy anything Nike. Nick Adams said Lauren Boebert's bill to lower gas prices has passed the House. This was also 4 days ago, so take the wins where you get them. There's a bill to lower gas prices. There's a lot going on in Congress. Some Democrats have flipped to the Republican side, and if it keeps happening, I believe the Republicans then have a supermajority or something. Is that right? That's what I heard. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't take that one to the bank. You'll get nothing for it. Juanita Broderick said, breaking bombshell report exposes corruption between George Soros and Joe Biden. Of course. Of course. Let's see. Freespoke.com. George Soros' son has visited the White House more than a dozen times since Biden took office. Need we say more? I don't even think I need to read it, honestly, to know what's going on. And by the way, they are failing badly at the moment, and keep the pressure up on Bud Light or Budweiser or whatever, right? Keep the pressure up on them. Because what I believe that we need to see from these corporations is an apology and turn back from what they're doing. It'll take one major one for the others to understand that they shouldn't do this. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Bev, solar farm just outside of Gunnedah, New South Wales. Oh, see, you can't tell me that looks good. You cannot tell me that looks good. It's disgusting. I like what's beyond it, the trees, the mountains. I love that. But this is why they want us in 15-minute cities, so they can do this to the whole of Australia. And it's more poisonous than coal. Bev said, Tanya Plibersek, not a word from you, our Environment Minister, about the takeover of agricultural land and pristine habitat of native forests that our unique Australian animals require to survive. Too frightened to say anything that isn't in the Labor Bible, Tanya? That's not what they're not green. The green people are not green, okay? They don't care about the environment. They want to do this to the whole environment so they can enrich their mates. It's all. Cauldron Pool said, who remembers this? Absolutely disgusting. Australian government slammed over scaremongering campaign. When the chief health officers were doing the COOF thing, the Australian government's been slammed after releasing a new, and this is a new one, is it? New graphic advertisement campaign designed to scare Sydney-siders into taking the jab. The 30-second ad, which shows a distressed young woman alone in a dark hospital bed as she struggles to breathe on a ventilator, has copped heavy criticism across social media, with many describing it as a shameful attempt to control the public through fear. Well, thank God people are waking up. I've seen it a lot, by the way. Now, every time one of these, like a politician or a corporation or one of these government things posts on social media, the comments underneath are excellent. You can tell the people are waking up in a big way. The advertisement, which many have labelled blatant propaganda, was created last year, but it was held back by the federal government until the opportune time, of course. Chief Medical Officer Professor Paul Kelly, who should have the professor stripped from his name, said the decision to release the ad now follows recent outbreaks in New South Wales, so they say. Are we going to fall for it again? Professor Kelly said that the ad has clear purpose to urge people to stay home, get tested, and book in for a jab. And you should have seen the people I had to go to the doctors the other day to get a renewal prescription for my thing that's saving my life. I'll honestly say that. I do believe that. I went in there and you should have seen the people lining up for the vaccine. A lot of them elderly. And I could just sit there shaking my head. That's all I could do. There'll be a new advertisement running from the Australian government tonight. He said it's quite graphic. We were only doing this because of the situation in Sydney, and it'll be running in Sydney. I don't care. I don't watch TV. But a lot of people do. I'm thinking of putting signs up around my local shops. Just something simple like television with the TV behind it. My mouse is not working well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to wake people up anymore. I'm surprised they can't see it right now. TV, that's one hell of a drug, that one. Awakened Outlaw said, remember when a number of Hillary's BFFs, John Podesta's emails were revealed by Julian Assange via WikiLeaks, and this gem came to our attention? I wonder what type of entertainment these young girls, having been delivered by an Uber driver and presumably unsupervised, would end up providing at his adult pool party. Weird, right? This was one of the emails. Email 46736. We plan to heat the pool, so a swim is a possibility. Bonnie will be Uber service to transport Ruby, Emerson, and Maeve? I don't know how to say that. Lozado 11, 9, and almost 7, so you'll have some further entertainment. Is there a thread? No, just tagged him in it. Okay, we've got Roy Dunn. Hey, Leftwits, we told you stuff wasn't free and now we're broke. Albanese must say no to bailing out Andrews because Victoria, with Daniel Andrews running it, is broke. They've got no more money and they're trying to get it from New South Wales now, which is the state I live in. And you'd have to be insane, but we've got Labor running this state too, so who knows what's going to happen. They probably will give it to them. So our taxes will be used to, but they have been for years. This is just exposing it. I know that New South Wales has been giving money to every state to prop them up, and it's been happening for years. Sorry, my fingers, I'm doing that. Yes, but they've been propping the other states up, and I know they're just showing the people now. This is exposure. It's exactly what we're seeing with all of this stuff. Dylan Mulvaney is an actor. I don't even think they're going through any transformation whatsoever, maybe a bit of facial surgery, but I don't. You know, if you've ever watched those makeup videos where these Asian girls and they take back all their, you know, they end up with a totally different shaped face. He could be doing that for all we know, instead of getting surgery. That person's an actor, and I don't think they're transitioning into anything. Concerned citizens said chemtrail post yesterday hit 1 million impressions. 6 months ago would have barely gained 100 likes. See, this is how you know people are waking up. To the doubters, it's happening. It's happening around the world daily, and it's not good. This is not good. These are chemtrails. So contrails are the little tiny short bursts of condensation you see coming out of a plane that disappear within seconds. These things don't. They spread out. So Bill Gates saying he's going to dim the sun, they've already been doing it for at least, well, I think since before the 90s. So there you go. America's race to zero emissions, dimming the sun. $100 million geoengineering research program proposed. Well, you know where all the money's going to go to? People like Bill Gates. He's the one who wants to dim the sun. David Holmes, Logic and Reason and Communication or Community, I don't know. South Australian Parliament to move to gender neutral language. More pathetic drivel from the woke crowd. Is our society really this sick? Well, this looks like a man. Why have they got a picture of Prince Charles and Camilla when they're talking about gender neutral language? I think they're trying to tell us something. Okay, gendered pronouns such as she and he will be replaced with they and them. Under the changes, terms such as Her Majesty when referring to the monarch and His Excellency when referring to the governor have now been replaced. What are they calling them? Her Majesty will be called the Sovereign and His Excellency will instead be known as the Governor. Other changes that have been adopted after the review includes reforms to allow maternity leave, breastfeeding infants in the chamber and committees to meet electronically. Oh my goodness. So South Australia's gone really woke. I'm sorry, South Australia. But we're all following, don't you worry. Dinesh D'Souza said good news. It has to be dismissed, and I believe they're on the verge. If not, they've already done it. This is going to be dismissed. What's his name? Hey, it's Fat Alvin. Oh dear. Anyway, I don't think there's much. This was from days ago, but I do believe it's falling apart in a big way. Trump's suing him, isn't he? I do believe. Ada Luck said, just explain to my grandmother the new spokesperson for Olay, Nike Women and Bud Light is a man with a penis who's dressing up as a woman. Her answer, Ada, I'm old, but I'm not stupid. No brand would do that unless they wanted to go out of business. I sent her the pictures and videos of Dylan Mulvaney in his new ads. Her answer, I'm glad I'm old. I wouldn't want to have my whole life ahead of me in this world. Oh, dear. No, it's all right. It's going to change. Just hang in there. But I would be, honestly, I'd be pulling my children out of school and I would, there's a lot of things I wouldn't let them watch on TV anymore. Emily said BBC joins NPR with a Twitter tag highlighting its government affiliation. Propaganda networks are being exposed and it's glorious. Government-funded media. Twitter did this. Elon did this. Good on him. He's labelling a lot of them like that. And they had him on and questioned him, and he took the person down like so easy. I don't know if anyone's seen that video. I don't think I've bookmarked it either. Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupus said, great idea. How about the jab tested on politicians first, and if they survive, it's safe. If they don't, and the country's safe. That's a good idea. And properly done, not just pretend done, because that's what I think they've done. Critical Thinker said, laugh my effing ass off. Yes, you are. Trudeau broke Canada. Trudeau, national disgrace. Trudeau for treason. I am absolutely as stupid as I look. Oh, he's another crazy one. He reminds me of Daniel Andrews in Victoria. He really does. And Jacinda Ardern. Alexandra Marshall said, there's something hilariously ironic about the optics of this. The ABC is as woke as they come. This is the ABC in Australia, okay? a beacon of identity politics, and yet to use their language, here we have a white man yelling at an Indigenous woman about what sort of voice Aboriginal people need. Jacinta Price in fiery clash with ABC host Hamish McDonald over the Indigenous voice to Parliament. She's against it and he's for it. Work that out. It's all about and control. Northern Territory Senator Jacinta, I can't say her last name, Price, her middle name, has clashed with Hamish McDonald over the Indigenous voice to Parliament as the ABC host quizzed her on explaining why the coalition was opposed to the idea. Senator Price called into ABC's Radio National on Tuesday morning to speak about the Indigenous voice to Parliament, days after the coalition announced it would be opposing the idea proposed by the federal government. The Country Liberal Party senator, who sits in the Nationals party room, is staunchly opposed to enshrining a national body in the Constitution, saying it would divide Australians down racial lines and add yet another level of bureaucracy. It would help if I could talk properly today. I've been talking to children for the last few days. Okay, Carolina Viper said, looks like Chalmers is also owned by China. This is Jim Chalmers in Australia again. He's another idiot. They're all idiots. You and I could do a better job, honestly, than these people. And I have no qualifications either. If he uses my tax dollars to bail out Andrew's corruption and jobs for the boys, it will be an abomination for this country. Why can't the peasants that vote Labor see through the criminality? Have snowball choo-choo. I don't know. Victoria's liability is now the rest of Australia's. The rest of Australia is now responsible for financially enabling the corrupt criminal Victoria government. How do you like them apples? Not at all. Chalmers won't rule out Victorian budget bailout. Federal Treasurer Jim Chalmers said all budgets are under pressure and the Commonwealth will do what it can. And when was this? A few days ago, I believe. Yep. Still 4 days ago. Mrs. S, 2022, said, hey, Australians, the average Aboriginal family of 5 gets $225,000 tax-free taxpayer dollars each and every year spent on them. Do they really? And what do you get? Sweet fuck all from this Labor government. Petrol, power, gas, rent, mortgages. How is that fair? Vote no. Well, they do get a lot of benefits. I know they get cheaper rent. They get cheaper loans from banks. They get a cheaper interest rate. So they probably do get that in a lot of ways. But I'm sure there's a lot more money given to the Aboriginal cause that doesn't even get to them. Gets pocketed by the people who try and pass all these laws. Okay. KC Threads said jab injuries. None of this is normal or rare when it comes to these shots. They have lied to the world and kept these people's stories from being told. So I'll provide you hundreds of thousands that I've read and saw for 3 years. Okay, this is just going to be a full-on lots of people who took it and passed, okay? Just look at this. This is really sad. And it makes you pray for your family if they've gone through with it. I think a lot of them are they side effects as well? Yeah, a lot of side effects and people passing away as well, I think, from it. There would be thousands of these. That's really sad. Okay, it'd take me ages to go through all them. Rebel News Australia said a New South Wales Amateur Football League has received thousands of complaints about a biological male dominating the female competition. About time. It's all turning. It's all starting to turn. You can see it happening. Even some of the LGBTQ people who were quite outspoken in helping all this along are now going, hey, you're doing a bad thing here. It's making us look bad. So some of them are realising too. There are people who are awake on that side. I mean, there's people who were so far gone, they were pushing it. Now some of them are realising, don't push it. Chicago Ray said that sound you just heard were Liberals' heads exploding because now Alvin Bragg has to drop the charges on Trump or indict AOC. Folks, it doesn't get any better than this. AOC's chief of staff ran a $1 million slush fund by diverting campaign cash to his own companies. If Alvin Bragg can indict Trump on some bogus charges from 2006, then he has to indict AOC on something that took place in 2019. The statute of limitations expired on Trump, but not on AOC. Two political action committees founded by Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's top aide funneled over $1 million in political donations into two of its own private companies, according to a complaint filed with the Federal Election Commission on Monday. The cash transfers from the PACs overseen by Sekar Chakrabarti, the freshman Socialist Democrats' chief of staff, run counter to her pledges to increase transparency and reduce the influence of dark money in politics. Here's my point to this tweet. So many have replied of the year 2019 and that it's old. Well, based on either of those conclusions, the charges on Trump are 13 years older. Alvin Bragg must apply the same to AOC as he is to Trump. End the double standards on Trump. End it. Then we've got Elizabeth Farrell, the ghost of Columbia University. No students or professors saw him, met him, or heard of him. Is this the greatest fraud played on the American people? Possibly. Not only that, he was born in Kenya. And Michelle Obama has a penis. Elon Musk said, I said BBC could come Twitter, then to my surprise, a reporter shows up. And they interviewed him, and he did. He made this guy look absolutely... Kim.com said, you took his virginity. Yeah, it was hilarious. Anyway, Elon Musk had it over the BBC journalist, completely demolished him. The opinionated black woman said that a child in the UK secretly recorded the teacher telling them they'll accept the alphabet plus education or be dealt with severely. I do not know one single LGB or true trans person who would be okay with this. Now let's have a listen.
You don't have a choice whether or not you learn about LGBTQ plus in school. You don't have a choice. It's one of our values, the British value. And if you refuse to do it, that will be dealt with severely. Why would I care if anyone in this room wants to love somebody, whether it's to be a man or a woman? Why would I care if someone wants to say, do you know what, I don't know if I'm more male or female, I'm exploring. Why does that matter to me? And if there are people sat here who don't agree with what I'm saying, you need to go home and have a conversation with your parents and say, why are my values so different to what Britain is? Why have I got this view? Where does it come from? The only thing that you can be taken out of is sex education. And that is when your parents speak to me and get permission. Nobody in this room has done that. LGBTQ is not sex education. That is relationships. You don't have a choice.
Wow. So the kids don't have a choice. Mark PG said, could you imagine the outcry from the left if a spouse of an LNP member was jailed, convicted heroin dealer, and they were handed keys to the New South Wales Treasury? Four Corners would do a 3-part series on it, but it's okay for the Australian Labor Party. So these will be the Liberals. This is the Labor, okay? So apparently one of the Liberals member is a jail convicted heroin dealer, and they were just handed the keys to the New South Wales Treasury. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear. Il Donaldo Trumpo said, boom. Okay, let's have a listen.
Our country has been chock full of guns for centuries, and there was no talk of massacres of school children until around the year 2000. That's when it really started. They started talking about it. This is not a gun problem.
Nope, it's a mental health problem. And maybe the schools brainwashing kids. Patriot USA said Biden just released his. I think the Bud Light guy is on his hit list. Team Trump. Biden just released this, or? Team Trump anyway said breaking. President Trump just promised to once again release the full list of names from which he will select his appointments to the United States Supreme Court before the 2024 election. I don't know if they meant Biden or Trump. Anyway, Patriot USA said, so tell me, are you okay with your government having the ability to read your mind and implant thoughts to your mind at any time? Advancing mind control. While there have been breakthroughs in our ability to read and even write information to the brain, these advances have generally relied on brain implants in patients, allowing physicians to monitor conditions like epilepsy. Brain surgery is too risky to justify such interfaces in able-bodied people, however, and current external brain monitoring approaches like electroencephalography, EEG, in which electrodes are attached directly to the scalp, are too inaccurate. As such, DARPA is trying to spur a breakthrough in non-invasive or minimally invasive brain-computer interfaces. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? The agency is interested in systems that can read and write up to 16 independent locations in a chunk of the brain the size of a pea with a lag of no more than 50 milliseconds within 4 years, said Robinson, who is under no illusion about the scale of the challenge. Yeah, I think they're going to do damage to people, seriously. Okay, let's jump to the beginning again. Why am I going? Or is that it? I think that's it. Okay, well, let's see what's at home. Melbourne's long-awaited airport rail link will be put on hold months after construction of the mega project began. The state government will suspend work because they can't afford it. Dr. Russell McGregor, who's back on Twitter again, said, which is the most deep state infiltrated? It is, believe me. And a lot of other people thought so too, by the look of it. Oh, no, there we go. It's evened up. No, they actually are coming a close second, coming a close third. Oh, well, these two could probably equal second. But honestly, that's how it started out. The CIA did a lot of things, JFK. That came out this week too, I think. Clown World. Oh, not this person again. I want to be Dylan Mulvaney, okay? Do we want to have a look? Let's have a look.
The thing that gets me about the anti-trans conservative rhetoric around like puberty blockers for trans kids is that if they really did care about making sure children weren't being mutilated or weren't being like coerced, they would be the #1 advocates for puberty blockers, not only because they're empirically supported and because they were developed for cisgender people, but because they would realize that forcing somebody to go through a puberty with a dominant hormone that is misaligned with your actual gender, that would be, by their terms, mutilation. Because imagine if we sat a bunch of 13-year-old cisgender boys around and we were like, hey boys, we know that you're boys. We know that you've been boys as long as you've been alive, and it's very clear to us that you are boys, but we just want to be so sure. So we're actually going to make you go through estrogen-based puberty instead. So that way, like, when you get to the end of that road and you're 18, you can decide if you still wanted to be that boy.
The mental gymnastics are unbelievable. I can't even keep up with what he's trying to... I assume he's trying to make a logical point. It's not working at all. At all.
You know, always showed signs that you were. Can you imagine if we did that? That would be fucked up. But that's literally what you are doing to trans kids. Because forcing somebody to go through a puberty with a dominant hormone that is misaligned with your actual gender is a forced mutilation by conservative standards. So you would think that...
How? How is allowing a child to go through natural puberty? I'm speechless.
They would be the #1 advocates for blockers and go, oh my gosh, yeah, why don't we like put a pause on this so that way you can decide and like in a couple years see how you feel. Like, I just wish they would shut up.
Mental problem. Severe mental problem.
The thing.
Okay, Mike Jagger said grooming. Strange in the fiction news said in for fuck's sake, Australian news. Oh no, what's this now? Queer Sex Ed Day for Youth. Come along to a fun, friendly, queer inclusive day and learn all about juicy education topics that you didn't learn about at school. At a Nambucca Youthy, oh, that's what it's called. That's in Australia here. Monday, April 17th. 10:30 to 2 p.m, 12 to 15-year-olds. And 1 p.m. to 4 p.m, 16 to 25-year-olds. Meet and connect with inclusive sexual health professionals. Queer community lunch. Why is that different than every other lunch? Do they eat different things? It's a queer community lunch. It's not just lunch. And fun sex ed games and prizes. Oh my God. And they got the Aboriginal flag there. No Australian flag, mind you, but that's like the Papua New Guinea one as well. These people are sick and these people are crazy. Peter said, good morning, Australia. 6:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 15th of April, 2023. 69.56% of your current electricity needs, 20.51 gigawatts, are courtesy of coal and gas. Zali Stagal, New South Wales, is currently generating 88.61% of its electricity from coal gas, while, I don't know what that is, IMP 944MW. And he's tagged all the politicians in it. Get woke, go broke. Anheuser-Busch loses more than $5 billion in value amid Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light controversy, and they're all trying to distance themselves. The executives are now saying that this person did it by themselves, took it upon themselves to hire Dylan Mulvaney. She's blaming someone else, I think. Like, it's, oh my God, it's funny. Steve Killen said this was enough to alert you to the fact that we're all being played. Yeah, remember this? Stupid people. Not the, not you guys. Sorry, turning the heater off. It's a bit warm now. I'm overheating now. It was freezing this morning. Yeah, like you needed this to convince you that there was an actual pandemic. I don't know. Anyone who believed this, I don't know. How they have time to dance if they were so run off their feet tending to a pandemic. Okay, Baron of Burleigh said The Voice. We are hearing from the mostly white Aboriginal so-called leader group is give us access to buckets of money, put it in the Constitution so you can't ever take it off us, ever. It has nothing to do with helping grassroots Aboriginals. They will get nothing. And we know that. Clown World said, you'll wait till the new Bud Light bikini calendar drops. It's going to be nuts. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear. How long have I been going? 43 minutes worth of news. Should we go a bit longer, guys? Oh, yeah, Kid Rock shot cans of Budweiser. Good on him. And also the pardon me, sorry guys. Some bottle shops have still got full stock of Budweiser products and all the others are selling out. They can't even sell them. Oh dear. Okay. Oh yeah. Illuminati bots said, remember that time Chris Cuomo said it was illegal for we, the people, to read WikiLeaks? I remember it. And that we may only learn about it from him, the mainstream media. Good times. Good times, good times. Have snowball choo-choo? I don't know. Have he snowball choo-choo? I don't know. You're mistaken. I'm not obsessed. I've chosen my full-time job as anti-Dan Andrews Victoria government activist. Why? Because it's the most important job in Victoria right now. Victoria cannot advance while he controls society. He's a criminal. It's my duty. That's how I feel. You can't stand back and just watch this. It's got to stop. Okay. Prue McSween said Vicky Campion in Daily Telegraph points out the regional health crisis. There are more than 330 towns without a GP, yet the AMA campaigns not to allow pharmacies to dispense repeat prescriptions or allow telehealth. Regions once again are relegated to second-class citizenship. Oh, I didn't know that. There you go. I knew there were towns in Australia without a GP, but the campaigns are not to allow pharmacies to dispense repeat prescriptions, which means you've got to waste time going to the doctors for 5 minutes to get the prescription, because that's what I just had to do. So they're doing it here too. They will not allow, you're only allowed one repeat. Okay, and then you've got to go back to the doctor again to get another prescription. And I was doing it over the phone, but now they've said, no, you haven't been here in a year. You've got to come in. I don't even know why we need bureaucracy. Oh, my God. Okay, I think a lot of this is all about Australia. Let me just go over here because sometimes there's more interesting stuff over here. The red-headed libertarian said, Governor DeSantis, you can't sex change for your child in Florida. MSNBC says, what do they say? Ron DeSantis' desperation for power is destroying an entire state. And it's opinion piece, of course. They're just trying to talk people out of believing in anyone. Elon Musk said any parent or doctor who sterilizes a child before they're consenting adult should go to prison for life. I agree. Larry Cook said, how long did it take you to figure out masks were worthless and simply a way to muzzle populations and instill fear? Took this Larry a few weeks, then he figured it out. You? Does anyone who's been here long enough to know how I feel about masks and lockdowns? And I'm sure most of you have. I wouldn't wear one. No. So straight off the bat, if you want to put it that way. Okay, and we're getting back into all the Australian stuff here. More evidence that the calls for the voice did not come from Aboriginal people at large, but from a minority of elites. Aboriginal elder slams the voice. There you go. Australian government official, Senator Penny Wong. She's a Wongan, mate. She's a Wongan. We are appalled by reports of the beheading of Ukrainians. Oh, here we go. Now the Ukrainian. Yeah, okay. Have Al-Qaeda gone over there now, have they? I don't know. Al-Qaeda? So apparently there's been a beheading in Ukraine. I don't know. A heartbreaking example of the horrors Russia's inflicting on Ukraine. Oh. Opinionated black woman's answered. I've got a video of Ukrainian as of actually crucifying on a cross a civilian in the Donbass region in 2016. They were laughing as they nailed him to the cross. In the end, they cut his head off. And she's worried about this. There you go. We need more of this. Exposed corruption, love it. What's this? Let me have a look.
How stupid we look to the rest of the world. We have Julian Assange in prison for 4 years, and we're here talking about journalism. Ukraine is doing everything you're accusing Russia of doing. They've banned the Russian language. They have outlawed political parties. One of the things, no, we should talk about this because we're about to be perhaps in a nuclear war. The U.S. is going fascist. I don't know if you've read this Resist Act. We have Assange in prison. We invaded Iraq 20 years ago and killed 1 million people based on lies. And no one cares about that. They should be here to hear me because they're here to tell a bunch of lies. I should be on the program. The United States is in deep trouble. We have nothing to offer the world. China and Russia are bringing peace. They chilled out the situation between Iran and Saudi Arabia. The war in Yemen is ending. No, you don't have any idea how stupid you look to the world. How stupid everyone here in their pomposity.
I'm sorry.
We're going to run around talking about democracy.
We won't be able to discuss that.
That's
Can
good.
you keep it for the discussion?
I don't think I will be allowed to ask questions
You will
here.
be allowed to ask a question.
I would like to
Just
ask
at the
about
moment.
how we can say what we say
We can do
about
that,
Russia
but
when
at the
Julian
time for Q&A
Assange is
session,
sitting in
please.
prison. No one cares about this.
It's okay that you ask questions, but it's okay to ask at the time of the event when we have it.
Hey, where's Seymour Hersh? Shouldn't Seymour Hersh be here? I mean, why we got this CIA acid Vivian Goldman wannabe here instead of Seymour Hersh? Here's a question. Did we blow up the Nord Stream or not? Did we blow up the Nord Stream or not? It's a simple question, yes or no? I'm just asking a question because everybody wishes they knew something different. What about Russiagate? She was completely wrong about Russiagate. I mean, let's just be for real. You were wrong. Everybody was wrong about Russiagate, okay? Robert Mueller took away the case. Think about that for a second.
Ooh, see, that's how you do it. You get more than one person in there and you all start hammering them with questions. Well done. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that for now. Hang on. What's this? Anthony Albanese said that this is our stupid Prime Minister. The death of a paramedic in Sydney this morning is as shocking as it is tragic. All Australians sending our sympathies and condolences to his loved ones, friends and colleagues. To every frontline worker, you are valued, keep us safe, you deserve to be at work. What happened? I have no idea. Okay, well, I'll do this one, actually. Concerned citizen, 5-year-old girl destroys trans ideology in under 30 seconds. Okay, let's have a look.
So what is this right here?
The pelvis. It's the only bone in the body that's gender specific, which means it's different in boys and girls.
Is it?
Yes. The pelvis's job to protect the organs used for digesting and reproduction, which means throwing babies.
So what is this right here?
She was obviously coached to say that, but that is funny that even a little child can understand that. Okay, I'll just read this one as well. They're getting interesting. Sorry, this is what I do. I only plan to get on Twitter for like 5 minutes and end up on there for ages reading things. Michael Schellenberger said the idea that governments worldwide are working together to censor their citizens sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's not. It's increasingly clear that there is just such an organised effort involving, at a minimum, the US, Canada, UK, and New Zealand. You can add Australia to that. Consider the US government worked with private sector partner, the Atlantic Council, to censor ordinary Americans. UK police visit people who post wrong speak. Canada is seeking greater censorship, and former PM of New Zealand is leaving the government to do censorship full-time. Now, new documents have surfaced showing a censorship effort in US allied nation that are eerily similar to the ones created in the US. Oh, they've deleted the tweet. Oh. We are working on a major story about this. If you're a whistleblower, please DM Michael Schellenberger. We follow the Pentagon Papers principle. We'll go to prison for our sources. The regime media cannot be trusted. They are more likely to hunt down than help whistleblowers. If you work for an organisation fighting mis and disinformation, you may be involved in illegal activity. Whether you live in the US, Canada, UK, New Zealand, or some other nation, please act on your ethical duty and blow the whistle on the self-appointed censors. So he's asking for people to step forward and contact him. It may seem odd that tiny New Zealand is playing a major role in the censorship industrial complex, but it's both a major US national security ally and woke, which allows for censorship by appeals to preventing harm, the core value of victimhood ideology. Yeah, we'll keep you safe when they won't. And Australia's just asked Twitter to start censoring people who say no to The Voice. So in her video for the US Department of Homeland Security, CIA fellow Renee DeResta makes the case for censorship to prevent harm, including delegitimizing institutions, a term so expansive as to effectively justify the censorship of anything. Renee DeResta, our joint objective is to mitigate the impact of harmful misinformation, particularly that which is aimed at weakening our national security through efforts aimed at delegitimizing our institutions, including democratic elections. Under such a mandate, literally anything could be censored. And teaser, 2 recommendations for CISA. Create a centre of excellence, designate a federal lead, build persistent coalitions, identify pre-bunkers and trusted community voices in advance, and then it goes into a video. The publics in US, UK, Canada, New Zealand and other nations aren't going to put up with a bunch of self-appointed government spooks and censorship Karens censoring us. We're not going to do it, lady. We don't want it. We can't do it alone. Please subscribe for our exclusive content, blah, 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 blah. Well done. So, okay, so they've got Julian Assange, so there's more people popping up now, see? This is what we've got to do. We've got to work together, have more people popping up everywhere, ready to take them on. Okay. So things are going how they're supposed to. You can see when you know what to look for. Can I get my mouse to move this thing? Hang on. There we go. Yay. Oh, I can't go. I can only go back so far in the comments, which is a fair way, actually. Oh, all of a sudden I can go way back in my comments. That's interesting. I'm back to Alex saying, yay, we have liftoff. And I was at the very end of the comments, mind you. Okay. Dave said better. There we go. See, Alex, we have liftoff, right? Xantron, I am Kai. Bring the pain. Where we go, one we go all. David said, better to apologise afterwards than to ask permission first, I am Kai. Xenotron said, strap in, peeps. Deb said, yippee. Sherry, how you going, Sherry? King Snurgle, they are fuddy, buddy, passed it on military guys mixed with what are best called paranormal scientists, as the CIA call them. The scientists are on my side. The military want order followers. Good morning, David. I am Kai, said better to able to even ask at all afterwards. Out to lunch said people want the Band-Aid just ripped off but can't handle the truth trickling out. How would they handle the flood? Exactly. I'm just trying to keep up with it at the moment because I've had to babysit and it's been hectic and the kids came here and stayed and because it's school holidays at the moment. So it's been really hectic and yeah, I've been trying to keep up with the news. Some of it I can't play when they're around, but other news sources I can. So King Snuggle said they'll be hashing it out between them. I'll find out what they decide soon enough. Dave said, even better if you can say I was right after all. MM, how you going? Pardon me. Alex said, I think the dominoes have been falling all week. It's only a matter of time now. I'm just waiting for the blackout because I know they're going to try it because they can't control it anymore. So I don't know. Xenotron said truth takes away with one hand but always gives back with two. Alex said sound all good, thank you. It would be too bad because I was just reading anyway. I would have been going for the last hour. It's because there's a delay, and when I'm waiting for someone to comment when I say something, when I ask something, it takes like a minute to come through. Luna said, see that now that's better. I can deal with being alive in this wacky world. Deb said, I got goosebumps. I am Kai said, exactly, rub it in. Simone said, hello. Deb said, sounds good, excellent. And where am I up to? Out to lunch said, romper-room flashback. You'll always get a mention from me as long as I can see you. Hey, Missy T, how you doing? David said 11 degrees, cloudy here. We're getting May in April over here. Yeah, we've been quite cool overnight, and we're about to have some really cool days. So I finally got wood. And I had to build a chicken coop this week, a new one, which has little, what do you call them, the perch areas where they perch. And they sleep in the laying baskets on the sides. Mine don't want to perch or roost or whatever you call it. Mine just want to hunker down and take it easy. A bit like their mum. Everyone's saying hello, Dana. How you going? King Snurgle said, David, isn't a case of being right, it's a case of knowing what definitely won't work. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but it sounds interesting. And everyone else is saying hello, hello, hello. I'll just get through all the hellos. Hang on. Iron Kai said nothing worse than wasting time failing. What happened? David said what works is right through isn't King Snurgle. But I understand that's not the motive. Out to lunch said, I am Kai. You know the difference between 10 and 11? Alex said, Dalai Lama is a pedo. Yes. Horrible. Xenotron said, oh, that grimace on that woman's face. Yeah, he is. Yep, never trust a guru in Gucci shoes. Out to lunch at 11 swallows. I think someone's just getting a delivery of wood. David said, gross. Yeah, Missy T's. I know. Xenotron said, saw some memes years ago with that Dalai being... Yeah, I did too, actually. It came out a few years ago. I don't know when it was. Deb said, yeah, no one talks about the monks. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? I'm Kai said, gross as hell. Alex said, makes me so sick. He's done this before too. If he's been doing this in front of the camera, what's he doing behind them? Sick bastard. Yeah, I know. That's why anyone the TV puts forward to believe in, the media, I'm kind of like, no. David said it's being heavily redacted in the office, I expect. Yeah, I think everyone's feeling the same about the Dalai Lama. Sherry said, disgusting, right out in the open, poor little boy. Yeah. Well, you see, we've known about that for a few years, and the public have to be shown. So that's why this is all happening. Out to lunch today, I asked about HCQ. Doctor can't prescribe it. No, you've got to get sent to a specialist, and then you've got to try and convince them to prescribe it, which is not easy. In fact, when I went to the doctor the other day, they said, when was the last time you seen that specialist? And I said, when I got the prescription. He said, do you want to go and update him? And I went, oh, yeah, actually, because I'm going to go and update him. And let him know, because he was saying, oh, no, it doesn't work for that. It doesn't work for that. Well, I'm going to go back and say, hey, it works. King Snurgle said, David, hopefully it's just the military office trying to prove dominance of control, but they can't do what needs doing. They pulled in the experts. They need to listen to their advice. I am Kai said, Dalai Lama was historically brutal to their subjects, torture, disembodiments, name it. Yep. Had a feeling, yeah, something like that. Deb said the whole thing was planned. Alex said Dalai Lama's also part of the satanic celeb pictures too with the one-eye business. Can't wait till it's all exposed. Exactly. Symbology will be their downfall. Alex said, shame all the music can't be free. That when I was at actually with the grandkids when I put that Twitter bookmark in there, and you know, the one that goes, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. That one, I started singing it and my grandkids knew the song. They sung it with me. And I'm like, how did you how did they know? I don't know where they heard it, but they've heard it somewhere. So they were all, even the little one, the 3-year-old, 2-year-old, she's singing it as well now. I am Kai said, going to be awesome and awful. Oh, my phone's going off. I just had someone say on the other channel, you haven't posted for 13 days because my strike runs out in a couple of days, but I may have to wait till Thursday because I'm babysitting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. I'll see how I go. I'll try and jump on if I can, or at least upload something. King Snuggle said everything going on that is the public sphere right now is just window dressing. Behind the scenes is much more serious than most can even comprehend. This is war. Alex said, I wouldn't put it past any of them, King Snuggle. David said, Britain was Rome's lieutenant until World War II. Ended up, they transferred empire management to the US. Now Americans are probably wishing that didn't happen. Iron Kai said, yes, New Age war and total war. Alex said, too late, apology doesn't cut it. A petto's a petto. Yep. Yeah, Menacing Muskrat said, His Holiness, he. Yeah, well, no, not holy to me. Deb said, what does he do in private? Yeah, exactly. Missy T said he's old and forgot to be on guard like Biden. Zentron said, innocent and playful, my ass. Sorry to be so crude. No, I agree. That's not innocent and playful. That was disgusting. Alex said, these monsters keep getting away with it. No more. Yeah, I agree. It's being shown. Menacing Muskrat said, he's just the eastern form of the Pope. Yeah. Yep, sick shits. I agree, Missy T. I am Kai said, well, I'll be a bigot. Alex, I was just thinking that Muskrat, they're all the same sick freaks. Yep. I am Kai said, yes, and everything. Alex said, children need protection from all angles, definitely. I am Kai said, apparently homophobic too. Xenotron said, especially the fallen angels. Alex, Missy T said, I think it's targeting the rich on purpose. They don't want so many at the top. Do you know what else is going on? I believe that Skid Row is now encroaching on Beverly Hills where the rich live, and they're not liking it. Well, they are the ones who pushed for the policies. So suck it up, buttercup. King Snuggle said, I'm having fun with the one thing, though. Just before being put into confinement, I was given a brand new Mac Mini M1. It's powerful. Wow. I am Kai said, I've heard the tunnels are empty, but who really knows? Sweet. Alex said, I don't care what consenting adults get up to in private. Just stop ramming it down everyone else's necks and leave the children alone. I agree. I am Kai said, I want another shotgun. King Snuggle said, shame I didn't get my hands on the 2 free MacBooks I was supposed to be getting. I've never had a Mac before. It's fun playing with it anyway. Xenotron said, I remember when behind closed door was sacred. Now it's on the street. Yeah, exactly. Alex said, I think they roam everywhere now and taken home in probably most celebs and why they are so demonic, Xena. I am Kai said, sorry, can't support it even in private. Now too much has happened. Alex said, they all go on about their alter egos and how they've signed a deal. I believe them. Menacing Muskrat said, my husband got me a little Milwaukee chainsaw. I love it. I put on my 4-wheeler and gone. Woohoo! Oh, good on you, Menacing Muskrat. Out to lunch said, I am Kai. Shotguns are a need, not want. Xenotron said, agree, Hev. People are getting pissed now. We're up to our eyeballs in their idiocracy. Alex said, yeah, now they have music videos for children with grown men urinating on each other. Oh, dear God. Nursing Muskrat said, lining up for the damn thing here too. It's crazy. Sorry, I got a bit of tension in the neck there. I'm getting a headache from it, so I'm trying to lean the other way. Oh, please don't make... Oh, I'm going to make this a short one again, guys. I'm sorry. And ammo. Yeah, I want same. A few guns. Senator, because I think a shotgun would probably blow me off my feet. Honestly, the kickback. I don't know. I think I'd have, as a woman, it'd throw me off my feet. Xenotron said, Alex, the names they used are not their real names. Tom Hanks wasn't Tom Hanks, so that's why there was no news of his arrest, perhaps. I Am Kai said, need to make my wife get over her fear of the boom. Alex said, I think if they can't see it by now, they probably never will. The Bible speaks about separating the wheat from the chaff. Deb said, oh, my God, that's sick. I Am Kai said, got that, need more, never have enough. Alex said, yeah, they're all stage names, Xenotron. That's what I think. And they use body doubles and lip sync their performances. Out to lunch, say we clay targets shoot in the back. Haven't lately, but it's fun. I Am Kai, come shoot if you want. Xenotron said, W, have no idea, pardon me, had, but now we know. Alex said, I'm sure with your love and support, your wife will lose her fear, I Am Kai. King Snowball said, okay, so some of the general public are finally working up to the fact they've always been used, abused, hypnotised, mind controlled, manipulated, and constantly lied to. Yes. I Am Kai said, Dylan is an actor. He was turned down for a couple of female parts, so he's going overboard, rubbing his talent at acting. King Snowball said, should always have been obvious. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, wheat from the tares, but the tares are an identical plant to wheat, but when the wheat is mature, it bows its head. The tares stay straight up. Pride. Alex said, I trust God completely. God wins. Don't worry. I Am Kai said, King is correct. Xenotron said, Kai, Dylan Mulvaney is a talentless hack, but he's good at manipulation. I Am Kai said, frog equals fully reliant on God. Nice one. Missy T said, Charles is NWO. Yeah. I was just wondering why he was on a picture of South Australia until I went into the actual article and then realised that they were talking about, what is it, Governor. And what was she again? I can't remember. I'll just call her him. Xenotron said, that's interesting, Muskrat. Alex said, yes, Muskrat. Xenotron said, about the tears. Deb said, big ears and horse face. I Am Kai said, Xena, yeah, he still looked like a man. Alex said, he's up to his eyeballs in it, Missy T. Alex said, not my king or queen. No one wanted Camilla Parker Bowles as the queen. She wasn't going to be allowed to be the queen. I don't know. No, they can have that. I don't know. Luna said the trails have been going since the 60s. I watched a video the other day. It was from back then. And it was one where they admitted what they were doing and told us straight. Oh, by the way, I'm going to camp soon in my backyard. It's happening, okay? My grandson also wants to camp and bring his own tent, although I think he'll be freezing. And I might be able to light the fire and everything. So I'll get to use all my stuff. Yay. David said, why are people calling Camilla a queen consort? She isn't consorting with the queen. Prince Philip was the queen consort. The ignorance is mind-boggling. Xenotron said, Hev Charles cannot be coronated king. Good. Missy T said, yes, Alex, under 8. I think they stole it anyway, didn't they? Back in the family somewhere. And wasn't Spencer, Diana, she had to marry him to give him back some of the bloodline? That's what I heard. I don't know. Don't come at me, YouTube. And by the way, I think I'm freer on this channel to talk. So when the other one goes down, which it will, no doubt about it. Very soon, I think the other one's going to go. When it does, I'll transfer everything over to this channel, and it'll still upload onto Rumble, and I'll be able to talk free, I believe. So there you go. Because I'm allowed to say a lot more here than I am over there. King Snuggle said, I'm agreeing with one thing, though. The need to keep from the public what has been going on for a long time has been vital. King Snuggle said the general public could never have got their collective minds around it. Missy T said all his besties. I think I know what's giving me a headache. I really do. I'm going to have to take something for it. It's getting worse. Within minutes, it's getting worse. So I know it's going to, if I don't get it now, it's going to turn into a migraine. Where's the water gone? Oh, I drank it all. Oh, no. Okay, I'll just use my cup of tea. That's hot. I'm going to burn my mouth out. Okay, I'll just wait a little minute or two. David said, monarchs are crowned a coronation. There was no such word as coronated. Nursing Muskrat said, remember Prince Charlie is the head of the WEF. Schwab answers, Charlie boy, Charlie bows to Rothschild. Yep. Xanatron said, David, yep, granted, but we call the pedivores elites, go figure. Missy T said, yes. I am Kai said, King, it'll come out sooner or later regardless. Out to lunch said, I was coronated but took some NLAX. Now I'm XLAX. Now I'm better. I was coronated for years. Dana said, Charles and his trans wife is what's wrong with this world. He's one of the people at the top of the pyramid power. Yes. Hey, Darren, how you going? I'm Kai's laughing. Xenotron said, I'm Kai. Have you seen the close-up picture of Dylan? Gross, large paws and budding whiskers. Not a woman at all. Yeah, he had a 5 o'clock shadow. He was talking about, oh, he's not taking hormones, mate. He's an actor. I am Kai said, Darren. Missy T said, hi, Darren. Shannon, how you going? Hello, all just finished work. I've been told we're going out to lunch. So I have to have a snooze now, so I'll miss this live. That's okay, Shannon. You can catch up when you're ready. King Snowball said, I'm Kai. It will come out to the public as it is happening. They won't have any choice but to sit back and watch, probably with those googly eyes and drop jaws. David said, there's no such word as conversate either. Yeah. Converse. You converse with someone or you have a conversation. But conversate is not a word. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, David. Anyway, so I guess we just give up on the willfully ignorant. Yes, someone actually said that. Yeah, you either converse. I hear it all the time on YouTube. Conversate with someone. And I'm like, no, you converse with them. Or you're having a conversation with them. Yeah, I don't know. Some people picked up new words and ran with it, I think. I don't know. Nicey, how you going from South Carolina? Dana said, I'm failing fast to believe it will change for the better. Everything is set for digital enslavement, sadly. Yeah, I have plenty of hope now, Dana, because I can see things happening all over the place that I know it's turning. Mrs. Out to lunch. How you going? Hello, Hev, and all in the chat, especially Fred. Donna loves Fred, and Fred loves Donna. Darren said, hi, Kai, Missy, out to lunch and everyone. I am Kai said, it's the bulge. Yeah, he was trying to normalise the bulge, wasn't he, Dylan? Deb said, it's a bit rich when our old TV shows come with a warning about old value in content of the shows and make us have to put up with the insane BS of today. I agree, Deb. Darren said, Jesus is my king. I agree that too. Menacing Muskrat said, Macron, Andrews, Ardern and Trudeau are all cut from the same cloth. They're androgynes and are Soros owned. Yes, I agree. And Shannon said, King of Kings. Davis said, the darkest hour is just before the dawn, Dana. Yes, Dana, sorry. The darkest hour, it's darkest before the dawn. Alex said Charlie Boy was best buddies with Jimmy Savile, like his brother Andy was best mates with Jeffrey. Don't forget the missing children that went on a picnic with Queen and Phil. Yeah, in Canada, wasn't it? Apple doesn't fall far. Xenotron said, David, oh, well, whatever the word is, he can't be king. Trump was given the ceremonial sword dance in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Okay. I have to do I did do a video of me setting up the chicken coop, by the way, but I'll wait until I can post on my channel again. Don't mind me. I've got a headache. And I don't know if I've done any cooking. Well, I've done lots of cooking, but I haven't set up the camera. Oh. Darren said, yes, Alex, and now Willie is budding with horse-faced dictators. I am Kai said, Trump is an actually king of the earth. Yep. Shannon said, Savile is an illegitimate royal. Yep. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, hey, gang, I'll miss someone if I single out folks out, and I wouldn't want to do that. So just say hello to everybody. I do that too in other people's chats. I feel rude if I don't say hello to everyone, but it'd take me like ages to write everyone's name out and say, hey. Oh, my goodness. I wouldn't be listening to the video. I'd spend the whole time saying hello to people. And you feel rude when you don't, but, I don't know. Deb said 8:57 a.m. in Adelaide and moist. Oh, it's 10:21. I think I'm way behind in the chat, so I've got to hurry up. Menacing Muskrat said, Shannon Spear, you'll be missed on this broadcast. Enjoy your outing. Shannon said, did get mildly moist at work, mostly missed. That was a bit of a tongue twister, that one. Xenotron said, I wonder if Fergie knew. I don't think his daughters did. They were shocked when it came out. Daddy, how could you? Was a direct quote from the mouth of his daughter. Out to Lunch said, you driving and texting, lady? Shannon said, I'm of no use to donate, but no donate button. I'll give you a link if you want, Shannon. I had to open a new PayPal. Not happy about it. But it's there. It's up to you. It doesn't worry me on this channel, honestly. Darren said he knew Fergie would murder him if they touched his daughter. I am Kai said, Shannon, you're important, button or not. Yeah, exactly. You're important whether you have a button or not. Alex said, they're all at it, Darren. They're sickos. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, yep, no way I'm waiting on food. I am Kai said, Alex is correct. Out to Lunch said, life imitates art. Yeah, I think art imitates life. So all the art they're showing us actually happened. So the disgusting things that they make art of, I think a lot of it's already happened. Deb said, yes, you just being here, Shannon, is great. Exactly. Shannon said, did you talk about Biden's itchy mask in Ireland yet? No, I didn't see that one. King Snurgle said, I'm beyond giving a shit about the entire bread and circuses debate. Humanity's leaders make the right choice this time or it's going to be all over for everyone. Deb said, no, Shannon. Out to Lunch said, Shannon, no, what are you talking about? I am Kai said, yep, 50-50 shot now. Darren said, I never knew it as a kid, but so many men were over touchy with us kids, then everyone ignored it. Maybe it had to get this bad for people to see. Yeah, I had a friend's dad. Oh, scare the out of me. So much that I was on holidays with them and I wanted to go home and I was going to go home no matter what. And I was only like 9. Yeah, I was going home, creepy old man. I am Kai said, no margin for error. It's because they drunk. They were drunk a lot, and they were just, when they were drunk. Shannon said, Biden scratched at the back of his neck and you could see it was one of those silicone masks. I'll have to track that one down, Shannon. Thank you. Hey, Susie, how you going? Nursing Muskrat said, Biden was scratching the back of his neck. It was definitely wearing a mask. We're watching a movie. Yep. That's why I'm not that worried about, like, every now and then I'll get stressed when I get lost in the news. But most of the time I'm not worried about it, really. I know I talk myself around and go, come on, you're watching a movie. Don't get all caught up in it now. Darren said Barack Obama was not American born. Yeah. Susie said no notification. Oh, man. Deb said, hey, Darren. Shannon said Muskie is into it. Alex said, not sure Jimmy is an illegitimate royal. I do know he's a legitimate necrophiliac, though. Even his mother wasn't safe, allegedly. Yes, I heard that too. I Am Kai said, yes, not even really started yet movie. And everyone's saying hello. Menacing Muskrat said, Alex, Jimmy was knighted by the Queen. Oh, I remember that. Yes, he was. King Snuggle said, menacing, it's beyond being a movie. It's a complete shit show. So he said, Debster, hey, babes. Darren said, that teacher needs to be on a pike. Oh, yeah. Teachers need socking immediately. Sacking. Socking. Sock that teacher. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Susie said, hey, Alex. Sharon said, knighted, mounted, and covered up for. Yes. EDD said, Michelle, penis, Obama, Vag, trans world. Yes. I agree. Darren said, Muskrat, now we know what the crankies meant by all join Jimmy's gang. Alex said, in some schools, children are being told they can't say no and can't ask why. I would be pulling my children out of school. Darren said, I'm so glad my son hasn't got kids yet. Oh, thank you, Shannon. God love you. You didn't have to, you know. God love you. Do it as family and friends too, by the way, because then it comes to me. If you don't do it as family and friends, then it's a shit show. I don't know. They've changed something. Darren said, I'm so glad my son hasn't got kids yet. Hopefully it'll be better by then. Yes. Shannon said, I was trying to listen to Trump this morning and it kept dropping out. I was in there. I was commenting hard too. Australians for Trump. Where we go, on we go. Nothing can stop what's coming. They won't be able to walk down the street. Australians for Trump. Australians for Trump. Aussies for Trump. Missy said, Susie said, hey, miss, tongue-tied. Susie said, Miss Missy, how you going? ED said, it's true, people are going to lose their minds of what's coming. Alex said, yeah, probably Queenie's supplier. King's Snuggle. I'm having a really bad day. Jim said, Jimmy Savile was an illegitimate descendant of the Earl of Scarborough's family. An Earl comes from a brother of the king, therefore an illegitimate royal line. Shannon says, Savile helped supply children. Susie said, hi, Muskrat. EDD said, Alex. So I can read it and say, I know what you're doing. Pink hand waving. Yes, I did. Thank you, Shannon. I checked my PayPal. Thank you. I got it. Shannon said, I lived alone time in the morgue. Deb said, on MK Ultra person said years ago that the mass shooting would ramp up. Yeah, because they're organising them. I don't know if it's the CIA or the FBI, but one of them is, with help from other places as well, Menacing Muskrat said, Shannon, same here and across the ocean from you. I can't listen to anything on normal speed. It's got to be 1.25 or faster. I'm doing the same thing, just trying to get through to the people I listen to. Shannon said, I mean sexy time. Oh, okay. EDD said, Missy. King Snuggle said, with royals, legitimate or illegitimate, to them it's still their blood, hence their family. And Deb's going, hey, EDD. Darren said, original Star Trek near episode 22 told us their dreams of a society where a computer controlled people's thoughts. Shannon said, even Chipmunk Punk, lol, Alvin. EDD said, Deb. Susie said, big hugs to all in the chat, big squeeze for Hev2. Oh, God, love you. Menacing Muskrat said, Susie, hello. Alex said, check out the 5 o'clock shadow. Yep. I Am Kai said, Star Trek reboot. Either they go down or we do. Missy T said, can't wait for the alien invasion. I said that to someone once and they went off at me. Don't think these things into reality. Okay. Thanks, I guess. Susie said, if you refer to me as cis, I'll punch it. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. We're women. It keeps popping up. Hang on. I've got to check this. Yep, Shannon, I've got it. Maybe it's my phone just does it twice because I haven't read the message. I don't know. Deb said, does anyone notice that these trend blah, blah, blah talk at super speed? They also talk in circles. You cannot, like it's word salad. It doesn't make any sense. It's just, their brain's broken. Missy T said, please take me. Shannon said, all 3-letter agencies. Xenotron said, why do they talk like that? They all sound the same. You don't have to see who is talking to know that it's not truly identifiable. Darren said, he means, hey, boys, we don't want you to be boys. Deb said, it's all verbal diarrhea. Exactly. All alphabet crap. Dan Markle Senior, how you going? He goes, what the fuck, Joe Biden? Alex said, we have a bigger beard than you, David Morgan, by the end of the day. Oh, he'll have a bit, yeah. These trannies, yeah, that aren't even transitioning into anything. Shannon said, you should see the chick with the painted on eyebrows at Odin's Men. Oh, I'll have to go and watch that. Captain Whippersnapper said, I am Kai. These individuals will end up wards of the state with necessary medical detectives. Menacing Muskrat said, damn, they are so great with word salad. Yeah, they talk as like nothing means anything that's coming out. You're trying to understand, but it's not working. Unless my brain's broken and your brain's broken and all of our brains are broken. And I don't think it's that. I think their brains are broken. King Snurgle said, Susie, what if I refer to you as gorgeous? Are you hitting on people in the comments there, King Snurgle? EDD said, freaks, I'm sick of this. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Darren said, put a pause on that man with a long stretch in asylum. Yeah, make asylums great again, as well as making America great again and make Australia great again while you're at it. Captain Whippersnapper said, directives, excuse me, my eyes. I am Kai, said Captain is correct. They had an unalive themselves. That they unalive themselves. David said, mental patient right there, Alex, and will never be able to grow a proper beard, man beard like mine. And everyone's saying hello. That or they said, I am Kai. Menacing Muskrat said, yes, you definitely have a beard. Wow. Darren said, click on the wrong link and you can end up on a sex register, but invite kids to a grooming party and you're a hero. What a load of shit. Yeah, exactly. Shannon said, fun games like that one with the UFOs do to people's backsides. Anal probe. I am Kai said they can't reproduce, so they must assimilate like the Borg. Alex said, you are right. Probably injected too much estrogen to be a real lady. Oh, one of them was trying to say like, I don't even know. You got to get the level right of estrogen and testosterone because women and men both have a little bit of each, but it's the levels at which they have it, which is very different in every person, I could imagine. Anyway, is my cup of cold enough to eat these stupid things yet? A little warm. It's warm going down. Darren said, if you run a company and allow any marketing decision to be made without checking, you should be dismissed immediately. Dan Markle Sr. said, did you see Kid Rock? Yes. Shooting up the cans of Bud. King Snuggle said, those nurses babooning around just proved the TikTokers were set up professional dancers. EDD said, today topped it all off for me. Went to the handicapped bathroom. Some guy came in, wiped his dick out and urinated. I left. Asked the store about, said all bathrooms are all genders. I said, you are effing retarded. Fair enough. I'd be worried too if that happened to me. I am Kai said those dancing nurses were telling us it was fake. Alex said they were so busy they had time to not only come up with a whole routine but to rehearse it too. Yeah, exactly. Choreographing, that takes time. And then learning the choreographed dance takes time. Captain Whippersnapper said, hey, David, everyone in chat. And Shannon said, the body ghost does a body language analysis on the Budweiser exec responsible, fit Dell and Bud Light in his slippers. Ad. Deb said, Dick Calendar. Budweiser is losing major dollars, yes. Deb said, bless you, Hev. Alex said, bless you, Hev. Oh, that was what I sneezed. I am Kai said, I'll never touch alcohol again. I am Kai said, still, yeah, I don't drink. I don't like it. I don't like the taste of any of them. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It all has this taste that makes me get, I don't know. It always has, but I used to drink until I threw up, which wasn't much anyway. I didn't have to drink much to throw up. Susie said, oh, Snurgles, I couldn't possibly. My curse is shyness. Darren said, once you lose a customer, you have a hard job. Did you hear what I just said? If I had have said, kept going on the mistake that I just made, it would have sounded very funny. You have a hard job to get them back. When you lose your whole customer base, you shut shop. Deb said, that was a good show. Good time. Good times. It was a good show. Shannon said, they told us they're planning the Olympics opening ceremony in London. Out to lunch said, Bud did it on purpose to help Corona Beer have better sales. Alex said, go anti-Dan. Darren said, Budweiser was never a beer you would recommend anyway. There you go. But it's the whole, what's it called? Anheuser-Busch or whatever it's called. I can't remember. It's that whole company. They do a lot more than just Budweiser. They do a lot. David said, I get an emu export can thrown in my face recently for art's sake during our most recent take for our movie Hard Ride. Lol, it's a lot of fun. I am Kai said, it's a rule they must show us. EDD said, all pedos and a part of the agenda in Hollywood. Holly-ass demons. Budweiser is like making love in a canoe. Oh, God. I am Kai said, hint, hint, no karmic debt. David said, effing close to water. Darren said, I can't trust doctors. Should have been one a few weeks ago. Should have seen one a few weeks ago, but they will make me worse. I am Kai said, makes it our own fault in their twisted minds. Alex said, so sorry you had to go through that, ED. It shouldn't be happening. Hopefully not for much longer. Something's going to give soon, I think. Deb said, Budweiser will have Dalai Lama net. Shannon said, some people still haven't worked it out. Iron Kai said, me neither, no. Susie said, me, I know how Hev feels about masks. Oh, yep. From the beginning. No, thank you very much. You can have that. You can do what you want with it, but I'm not playing along. Shannon said, Dalai Lama has ties to Nexium. Darren said, you mean pedo, Deb? Alex said, with all the hospital beds and giant Boris Johnson. Shannon. Deb said, they said on the radio in Adelaide that the CUFA's completely finished. It has, around the world. Some people are just still trying to push it. Makes me think they've got shares in the profits from the, I am Kai said Dalai Lama gets 180,000 yearly from the US. Oh, that should be ending. Nursing Muscat said, never wore a stupid mask, never did the 6 foot, never took the clot shot. Yep, exactly. I am Kai said, plus a buttload more. Darren said, never took the shot that you know of, Muscat. I am Kai said, 180K living expenses. ED said, Alex, it's kids that concern me. I might be disabled, but if he tried anything, he'd be screaming like a girl as he picked up his teeth. Shannon said, watch Jamie Deluxe episode, Suck My Kiss. The Dalai Lama. Alex said, these people are far gone, brainwashed. Alex said, I need to catch up on Jamie. Shannon said, I'm with the muskrat of medicine. I never got sick either. I am Kai said, going by just numbers, if they pull off something soon, med beds or antidotes, humans are already effed and hard. Darren said, yes, you blew up the Nord Stream. Yep. I'm Kai said, if they don't. Mr. T said, bless her. Alex said, there's no safeguarding for anyone these days. You did well to keep your composure. Missy said, she knows. I am Kai said, oh. Darren said, that's a smart kid. And Alex said, bless her little heart. Deb said, bones don't lie. Alex said, love the way she did the hand, for babies. Yeah, for babies. I am Kai said, my T5 vertebrae is dead, shattered in 8 pieces. Oh. King Snurgle said, people only catch on to what's going on after it's happened and been got away with. They need to concentrate on what is being done right now. Menacing Muskrat said, this little girl is who we are protecting from these half-wits. Remember that, children first, period. Exactly. I am Kai said, no biggie though, I'm lucky. Alex said, you've been through a lot, I am Kai. Susie said, what is it? Growing babies. Darren said, God doesn't make mistakes, so you are what you are, not what you fantasize about being. Exactly. There is a word for it, and it's fetishizing dressing as the opposite sex, where they actually get turned on by that. And that's what I think a lot of them are. David says, support your local motorcycle club. They don't have free speech in Oz. You're next otherwise. I am Kai said, Alex, the last few weeks, the dreamings, the seizing fits, oh lordy. Oh, I am Kai, stay safe. Susie said that little girl used to be on Ellen all the time. Oh, really? King Snuggle said the bay breeding growing program that is intended for humanity would be the end of any humans left around. Alex said, oh, really? Ellen is horrid, Susie. Yeah, Ellen D. Epstein. I agree, Darren. Alex said, must mean it's close. I am Kai. EDD said, Alex, I know it's coming. Calm and justice. All will be done into these 5-minute cities. Waiting for their rope or firing squad. Doing my job ain't going to help. I have calm and peace in knowing. Yeah, Alex, Ellen Degenerate. King Snuggle said reptilians have been masters of rapid cloning growth for a very long time. Once bay growing facilities are implemented, they will take them over. No more real humans cannot be allowed. Shannon said, Ellen Degenerate Rothschild. Wouldn't surprise me, honestly. I am Kai said, I keep thinking about the glass house meeting. I chose to decline the offer. Ellen Rothschild, EDD said. Shannon said, Ed lol, too slow. Menacing Oscar said, update, I believe God is putting our Prime Minister Trudeau through some trials. One, his residence that he grew up in is condemned because of rat feces and decaying bodies are found in the walls. Alex said, I feel quite peaceful and calm too, just waiting now. Shannon said, Trudeau Castro by blow. Selena said, made it, better late than never. Oh, God love you, Selena. I am Kai said, Muskrat, holy crap. Susie said, I wasn't born with C1 atlas bones, so on x-ray my neck looks broken, but muscles and ligaments took over to provide scaffolding. Nature is amazing. I am Kai said, Selena. Alex said, you should get some earphones and keep one in and one out when you are with the grandchildren, Hev. It depends on which phone I have, because one of the phones doesn't have earphones. You can't plug them in anywhere, and I'm not buying those Bluetooth things. But if I have the other phone, the old phone that has a broken screen, I can plug the earphones into that one. So I should. Darren said, did you hear if Le Pen becomes president on our French fair where the Friends will be on our side again? Missy T said, hey, Selena. Carl said, hey, guys, I'm late, so please start again. Menacing Muskrat said Trudeau's political rating was cover in ice, rain, and 3, the Trudeau Foundation has collapsed. Are these your dreams, Menacing Muskrat? I am Kai said, I've got bone spurs in my neck. Oh. Missy T said, hi, Carl. Everyone said, hi, Carl. Alex said, oh, wow, it doesn't cause you too much trouble, Susie. King Snuggle said the next immediate move is to increase even further the cost of energy to all consumers, really put the financial squeeze on everyone, industry included. I Am Kaya said, Muscat, you got to tell the guys at Bruce's. EDD said, and Doodle and Rothschild make sure whole truth, nothing but the truth. Yep. Shannon says, Susie Fraser, the original bobblehead, lucky you're not Indian. Darren said, oh dear, Hev's got wood for burning. Alex said, hey, Carl. So far, so good, Alex, said Susie. King Snowball said, watch out for the next bills coming everyone's way. They'll be unaffordable for most. Oh, dear God, no. Alex said, good to hear, Susie. Shannon said, Alan's set looks a lot like Epstein Island Temple. Menacing Muscat said, Shannon, we called him Turdastro. I Am Kai said, Shannon, that was intentional. Susie said, supposedly they want to try another lockdown, but don't know what the new reason would be. Oh, they'll think of another disease. Darren said, why is Epstein colours the Israel colours? Shannon said, I know, right in your face, hidden in plain sight. Captain Whippersnapper said he's not the real Dalai Lama, China kidnapped the real one a while back. Shannon said symbolism will be their downfall. Out to lunch said Susie, maybe because the sun and moon are racist. Susie said Guru and Gucci shoes, that's brilliant. I Am Kai said, Darren, no idea. I know rings around planets denotes ownership by, I forget. Darren said, they already told us, Susie, the next lockdown is 15-minute and low emission zones. King Snuggle said, Susie, bird flu will be the next scam. Biden already announced a $5 billion investment into Big Pharma for the next general vaccination program. David said, indeed, King, they should let people do their job. I hate working for people who know less about the job than I do. Their ego always seems to get in the way. Shannon said, the CC in Gucci is Cannibal Club. Oh, Darren said, Kai, I thought the planet's rings meant they were married. Shannon said, in loads of YouTube and TikTok clips. Susie said, Lunchy, I think I missed something. What do you mean? Menacing said, the Dalai Lama was at Epstein Island. There you go. Iron Kai said, Buddhist priest will end an entire family for the smallest slight. Oh. Pardon me. Captain Whippersnapper said, the current Dalai Lama is the UN shillies in with the holy pedos. Menacing Muscat's throwing up question marks. Darren said, oh, yes, King, they've done it again with the bird flu. All these labs will be destroyed. David said, the war is global. Ukraine is a skirmish. Xenotron said, Deb, I wonder if that means people are going to die of the flu this year. Susie says, Dalai Lama went to the same charm school as Mother Teresa. Darren said, don't you think it's a bit late to talk about bird flu when they just use it as a reason to cut millions of chickens? Cull millions of chickens. David said, not if they weren't jabbed already, Xenotron, otherwise SADS. Shannon said, Mother Teresa, yes, I know. Yes, I heard that too, Shannon. Mother Teresa was a bit of a trafficker there. Menacing Muskrat said, Susie, it's that Mr. Mother Teresa was Fauci's mother. She looks like a man too, though. Susie said, please someone give me an easy chicken recipe for chicken on the bone. Soak it in buttermilk and then cover it with flour, plain flour, corn flour, a little bit of basil, a little bit of celery salt, a little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of ginger, oregano. Oh, what was the other? Spices. Salt, pepper, paprika, and you'll have close to KFC chicken. Look it up. Copycat KFC. And don't add as much pepper unless you want the zinger burger. Okay, the hot and spicy one. To not get the hot and spicy one, you've got to lay off the paprika and the peppers a bit. King Snowball said the labs that are known about are a front. The chemical concoctions were already created and their recipes handed to them. Darren said, I wonder what the Dalai Lama will reincarnate into. Hopefully nothing. David said, Fauci's mother, Muscat, she's a man, a pedo man. I Am Kai said, Susie, flour, salt, pepper, fried. Oh, that's pretty basic and good. Yeah, that'll do. Flour, salt, pepper, and fry that. Oh, fried chicken. Oh, okay. Hungry now. Xenotron said, Susie, not really a recipe, but Chinese 5-spice added to chicken is lovely, aromatic, and tasty. Oh, yum. Alex said, I heard someone was trying to blame the Dalai Lama pedo act on dementia. If he has dementia, why is he not retired and in appropriate care like Biden? But he's still allowed to sniff children. Yep. I am Kai said, I'll just back it. Shannon said, check Stephen Crowder's new parody song, California Girls. It's not, is it? I wish they all could be California girls, except they're guys. I'm Kai said, bake. Darren said, it's a good parody, Shannon, but the BB did it better. Susie said, Muskrat will be, well, I'll be dipped in. Never really heard that. They're both short and ugly, though. Shannon said, good, because I'm supposed to be sleeping. Oh, Shannon. I'm Kai said, sorry, got to go. Special live, I've got a mod. Yep, that's okay. I'm Kai. Davis said, wheat from the tares, chaff is byproduct of the wheat. I'm Kai said, may God, the creator of creation, bless you and keep us all, and may the force be with you. Xenotron said, they say that while suffering from dementia, you revert back to early memories. What the fuck did Dalai do when he was younger? Sorry, I just let that one slip. Alex said, you couldn't miss Hev, Shannon. David said, tares are weeds. Darren said, have fun, Kai. Shannon said, not the Beach Boys singing. It's a Katy Perry song. Oh, okay. Sue said, see you, Kai. I'll be ending this shortly anyway. I feel like going and making some tacos or something warm for lunch. I have to go and get taco shells then. Shannon said, I'm fam, Alex. Alex said, take care and see you soon. God bless. I'm Kai. David said, Katy Perry was probably not even born when the Beach Boys wrote California Girls. Alex said, Shannon. Susie said, Katy Perry is playing at the coronation. She already told us she hails, and it rhymes with Phaeton. Yep. Shannon said, Camilla parked her balls on Charlie's chin. Darren said, Camilla cannot be queen. She can only be a consort. That cannot be two rulers at once. Deb said, please, videos, camping. Yes, I will definitely do videos of me camping and cooking while camping. King Snuggle said, I've just noticed some of the chat on Hev's screen wasn't appearing in my live chat. Wonder what was happening there. Alex said, yeah, camping in the garden. Missy T said, bye, Kai. Alex said, Shannon. Shannon said, hey, Kings. Xenotron said, weird how the royals like to show us how above humanity they are, and yet they act like such low-grade humans. Are they really better than us? Menacing Muskrat said, Xenotron, what were you watching? I would love to watch it. Darren said, happens to me too, King. At least I'll remember to switch to live chat this time. Alex said, are you on top chats, King Snuggle? Alex said, change it to live chat or all chat doesn't show. Yeah, I can't do it from where I am either on StreamYard. I've just got to whatever they show me. That's why I like using the other one, Streamlabs. It's better. King Snuggle said, Alex, note, been on live chat the whole time. Xenotron said, Muskrat, about I need reminding, my mind is racing at the moment. Shannon said, woman killed by wild turkey, tent invasion. Missy T said, horrid migraines have. Yes, I know. I get them all the time, but I think I know what it is. And I've got to stop that one now. Oh, one at a time. Okay, Deb said, yes, I heard that big ears is legitimate. Susie said, do a live stream from your tent, Hev. That would be fun. I might try that because my phone's out of space. The one that I do like to use and can interact with my computer and everything is out of space. It keeps running out of space. So I've got to upload me making this new little hutch for them and, yeah, and then try and record the camping. Alex said, which comments? Is it all one person or different? Deb said, Shannon. David said, I call them elite scumbags. They're swamp scum. You know the scum that sits on top of a swamp? They're like that. Deb said, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my God. I heard that on MRE did a stream, you know, that Mob Rats Exposed. He did a stream and he played it on there, and I hadn't been able to get it out of my head. Then I heard it on Twitter, and then I was just walking around singing it, and then the grandkids were singing it with me, and I'm like, how do they know that? Susie said, I don't see the coronation going well or Charles being king long. Missy T said, loads of footage of him as an actor. Shannon said, no to sleep for me yet. King Snurgle said, Alex, nothing of Luna showed, and just odd comments here and there. Darren said, Deb, if he's big ears, then where's Noddy? Hey, Wheezy, how you going? Good to see ya. Oh, look, Wheezy's got a live tomorrow morning. I think, is it on Rockfin or YouTube, Wheezy? He's saying hello to everyone. You got it, said Wheezy. Said Missy T. Shannon said, Wheezy. Everyone's saying hello, Wheezy. Darren said, Big Ears was an adult that shared a bed with Noddy, a child. I used to read that and I didn't even think of that. Deb said, wives with Willie's club. And Wheezy saying hello to everyone. Alex said, how strange. I don't know why that happened, King Snurgle. David said, Theo Apophysis said on his channel, Conversate, I couldn't believe it. I haven't watched him since. Bad English hurts my ears. I hear a lot of people say it and they must think it's a real word, but it's either converse or conversation. I get you. I know what you mean, but it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much, I suppose. Whatever people say, you know. Deb said, hey, Wheezy. Wheezy said, hello, Deb. And everyone's saying hello, Wheezy. Xenotron said, I don't mind new words so much. It's when they reassign meaning to them that bothers me. Missy T said, not another one. King Snurgle said, Alex, just never seen it happen before. And Wheezy saying, hello, menacing, weird times indeed. Xenotron said, I apologise for my bad grammar. I don't mind people. I understand. Look, believe me. A climate is not a word either. It's acclimatise. Yeah. Acclimate. Oh, hang on. Acclimate is not a word? I know acclimatise is. That's getting used to the climate that you've gone into. Zena said, I'm making up words that don't mean anything. Missy T said, and Bishop Burton. Wheezy said, my favourite word is exquisite. I know that. Missy T said, go rest, Hev, it's okay. Deb said, it's all good here, Zena. Darren said, won't be one still and uses it. Wheezy. Hopefully he doesn't use it. Take a Mimi's, Hev. I've just taken a couple of Nurofen. Ibuprofen. Davis said, that's the second step. Xenotron, we don't need words for the ignorant to second guess. There are over 1 million words in English dictionary. There's a word for everything already. King Snuggle said, David, people can be given honorary titles that mean nothing. He could have been given an honorary Saudi title. Sorry, I didn't highlight that one for some reason. Shannon said, what happened with Tim Ayers' triple payment? Oh, I managed to refund 2 back to him. Because I knew it was a mistake as soon as I saw the comment. And the same comment appeared 3 times. I knew that was a mistake. At first, I couldn't refund it. It was just sitting there doing, you know, the loading thing. I tried to refund and it was just loading. And I was like, what's going on here? A day or 2 later, I was able to press the refund button and give it back to Tim Ayers. So that was worrying me so badly that I had to get it back to him as soon as possible. Susie said the darkest hours just before dawn. Wasn't that Cass Elliott? Darren said it'll be exquisite then. Yeah, if Dylan Mulvaney uses the word exquisite, it might not be the greatest word anymore. I don't know. Take him back. Like, come on, man. F. Joe Biden. JJ, how you going? Weezy's laughing. Missy T said Fergie gets contacts. David said, yeah, maybe King Snurgle, His Excellency, the Grand Conversator. Missy T said, hi, Willow. And everyone's saying hello. And Darren said Trump has a button and his works. Oh, God love you. Yeah, my PayPal is Hev123, as in 0, the number. Hev123. Missy T said apparently he's Irish now. Susie said moist is such a cringe word. I know. That's why we use it. Alex said, hey, JJ. And JJ said, yep, Deb, I barely made it to the live. Deb said 9:54 a.m. Adelaide and feeling moist. I think I'm only a couple of minutes down now. King Snowball said, David, one of my ancestors from the past was given the hereditary title of Honorary King of the Gypsies, which technically means that is now me. Well done. Sanatron said, David, are you having a go at me? Ease off. I didn't know I was at school, but I'll try to correct my ignorance and not contribute to the pool of confusion. No, don't fight. No, Sanatron, you're all right. Deb said, great job, JJ. David said, no one got touchy with my children, my family. My mum was blown to hear the stories I heard from Australian women, though. And JJ's going, hee hee. Alex said, glad you made it in time, JJ. Hopefully next week we'll be back on my usual channel. Hopefully. I think they're going to get rid of me pretty quickly on there, though. They're just itching for me to be deleted again. JJ said, building shelter for the quail. Dana said, if you have a headache, Hev, take care of yourself. We won't mind if you have to cut it short. Cool, because I probably will have to go shortly. Oh, and I feel like cooking for lunch, but I don't like cooking when I got a headache. Deb said, good find, Shannon. David said, I was a king once. King Snowball, it's overrated if you ask me. Susie said, the average Romani man only lives to age 50. Why such a short life? I wonder. JJ said, yeah, Alex, it's planting cleanup season. Deb said, we have to remember it's all a show. King Snowball said, I bought this up with a Roman gypsy head once, said it still counted my family prevent the attempted genocide of the Romanis in most of Europe once. Alex said, Hev, socking, they probably need that too. David said, I have a friend here who was a Romani gypsy in his 60s and quite healthy. And Shannon said, check your PayPal, which I did. Thank you, Shannon. Alex said, yeah, made it harder to get cash. That's what they've changed. Actually, am I nearly caught up or am I? Oh, wow, I'm still way back. Okay, I'm going to skip a few guys. Sorry. Hey, Robin, how you going? Alex said, transitioning into bigger idiots than they were before. And Captain Whippersnapper said, much love, Hev. Darren said, Hev, so my brain could be broken. That would be a comfort these days. Yeah, either all our brains are broken or theirs is. So which one do you think it is? The Egypts that left after the first Pyramid Empire fell from being kings were replaced by pharaohs, which is pre-flood but after Atlantis. David said they don't bear fruit, they have to recruit. Yeah, exactly. Deb said, I had a colonoscopy last week. Is that the same as being abducted by aliens? I think so. Darren said, I heard a transformer say he came from a line of them. How? Yeah, exactly. Unless you had a male to female and a female to male and they got together, being trans somehow. Anywho, let's not worry about that. David said, pretty much figured out history is bunk. Darren said, worse, Deb. Alex said, my nan used to be able to drink tea straight out of the kettle, pretty much. Oh, my goodness. Menacing Muskrat said, ED, days of our lives. Darren said, aliens won't make you drink that yuck first, yeah. Sue said, how cool, David. I heard that very few of the old bardo caravans exist anymore because in the old days when a gypsy died, they would set the caravans alight with the body inside and burn the lot. David said, Ireland was part of Atlantis, I would think. Oh, wow, really? Darren said, Alex, don't make tea in a kettle. The pot will call it appropriation. King Snowball said, David, yep, totally rewritten. Dates of things changed from when they really happened 2,000 years ago, supposedly happening in AD 800s. EDD said, Muskrat, hilarious as the stomach turns. Oh, that's a good one. Instead of as the world turns, as the stomach churns. Menacing Muskrat said, Darren, I was just going to say that, Ruffle. Sorry, roll on the floor laughing. Darren said, the Irish PM is a leprechaun. David said, lol, Darren. Then we hear the pot calling the kettle black. Susie said, David, what do you think the Giant's Causeway in Ireland really is? JJ said, Budweiser makes great slug traps. Look how well it's working. Good one. Deb said, so Bud Light is not real beer. David said, yeah, they've really mucked with the timeline, King Snurgle. The answers are coming. Menacing Muskrat said, indeed, that's a way of saying to my household, I'm done for the day and I get the living room to myself, lol. Hey, Flyby Stew, how you going? Alex said, yeah, I know, lol. Should have said at boiling point. Nan and Gramps have always used tea leaves of boiling water, then straight down the hatch. Oh, my goodness. How did they not burn their pipes out? King Snurgle said, David, Atlantis was a global empire, Atlantis being the capital, just like previous Lemuria and MU were previously global and largely peaceful. Everyone's saying hello. Darren said, Alex, tea bags are so thin now we may as well use leaves again. Yes, that's what I'm finding out, Darren. I can't squeeze that tea bag too hard anymore because it just breaks open in your cup of tea. Shannon said, the angry man has arrived. Who? EDD said, Muskrat, good trick. Flyby said, Alex, good morning. Menacing Muskrat's dropping a couple of Dalai Lama endorsed Nexium. And the Suck the Tongue video, which I showed. Shannon said, ding, ding. King Snuggle said the reptilians arrived originally unnoticed at the early Atlantis period. They interfered and caused its demise, hence they lie they have always been here. You know what would help if I just sit up straight too a lot of the time? Oh, Alex said loads of them have plastic in too. Love a good Yorkshire tea myself. Flyby Stew said Missy and JJ, good to see ya. Darren said PG had plastic, now they're just tissue. Boiling water makes them pop. Mine don't have any plastic on them. Tea bags. Is that what you're talking about? Ours are like paper, and literally if you squeeze it or go sideways on it accidentally, the whole tea bag will break open. But I use the pot bags, you know, the ones that go directly into a teapot, but I use them in my cup. I don't use the dangly bits because I don't want anything other than tea in my tea. I don't know. I'm very sus on those dangly bits. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just something that I do or don't do. I don't do dangly bits. King Snurgle said that interesting comment by Menacing about Trudeau's residence never showed in my live chat either. Other menacing comments did. Alex said, I think Yorkshire use natural stuff. The bags hold up pretty well. Alex said, I hate it when the bag bursts and you don't realise you get a mouthful of tea leaves. Yeah, and it's normally like from halfway to the end, you know what I mean? So you don't realise till you get near the end of the cuppa that you just, there's tea leaves in there because they sink to the bottom. Oh, I just got to get another candle. Don't mind me. Told you it was a relaxed day today. Darren said, does Yorkshire tea still have round bags, Alex? PG, pyramids. Dave said, yep, a fallen global empire king, and we're about to see this one crumble too. Alex said, no square. Deb said, hey, Carl and Selena. Darren said, Alex, always use a pot and strainer. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to start because I've had to tip too many cups of tea down the sink. I got a splinter in my thumb and that just killed. Okay. David said, going to have to dash out now, folks. Saturday morning's usually busy here. Good. God bless you all. Hold the line, anchor the light. Yes, definitely. Have a good one, David. And everyone's saying bye. King Snuggle said, David, this one never fully went fully global under one leadership. That's what is being fought over now. Who gets to create it? Menacing Muskrat said, Flyby Stew, hello, how you going? Alex said, my mum and dad use teapot and make it in a cup because I know how I like my tea. I could probably save more tea bags with a pot though, Darren. Yeah, I just stick the teapot bag into my cup and I just use the spoon to, and you can't even stir our tea bags hard, otherwise you'll break them. How good's that? So I think I'm going to have to definitely use a tea strainer. David said, "I King realised that. It seemed ready to finalise until the tide turns. The truth cannot be hidden much longer. Have a great day, brother." King Snuggle said, "Susie, raw chicken boiled in beer, dead easy." Alex said, "Take care. See you soon, David." Flyby Stew said, "Nah, then menacing we cool here, dude." Xenotron said, "Just remembered another recipe. Glaze the chicken with honey and tarragon. Serve sticky." Oh, yum. Xenotron said, "Grilled is best, I think." Barbecue? My mouth's watering. Menacing Muskrat said, "Flyby Stew on MRS." Deb said, "Taco Tuesday, Saturday." Darren said, "Free ride." Deb said, "I made upside down shepherd's pie, made potato bake first, then put the meat, etc. on top." Yum. Alex said, "Are you still here, Wheezy? Do you have a live tomorrow?" He does. I just don't know if it's on YouTube or Rockfin. Xenotron, I think it's starting on YouTube, actually. I got a notification for it, actually, and I've put notify me on there. So it's probably on YouTube. Xenotron said, "Oh, Deb, that sounds good." Darren said, "Don't forget whip 'em out Wednesday, Deb." ED said, "Mother Teresa's daddy a Fauci rat." Missy T said, "Yes, Alex on the Daddygate channel." There you go. Alex said, "Okay, cool. I thought I saw something. I'll share the link." Thank you, Alex. Deb said, "Yes, Wednesday. I like my taco." Missy T said, "Thank you. My mouth's watering for a taco." I got my first tomato off the tree. It's a little one, but I got my first tomato off the tree. Missy T said, "YouTube." Nursing Muskrat said, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no." And said, "I always picture a cat singing a song." Darren said, "Remember, if someone takes out the coronation, Meghan will be queen to Queen Harry." There you go, Wheezy's weekend wind up. Missy T said, "Thank you, Alex." ED said, "Darren, Meghan, Prince, because it's packing a penis." Alex said, "Have heard that Oh No song loads of times." Yeah, so have I. Susie said, "Love buttermilk chicken and the beer sounds good too. Yum on all suggestions, guys." Yeah, exactly. Darren said, "Yes, Ed, the lady's got balls." King Snurgle said, "I'm also not getting most of the comments either, just the latest. Just updated Apple Ventura OS. Wonder if some sort of auto AI censorship being tried out." Deb hit, I have hit notification for Wheezy. Yep. Yeah, I have too for tomorrow at 6 a.m. I've got to get up. Susie said, "How could not he be a child? Didn't he drive a car?" Missy T said, "Deb with a heart." Flyby Stew said, "Scrabble is game, and I don't know if that's a word, lol." Alex said, "It looks like good one, apart from that dirty tongue of the Dalai Lama on the thumbnail." Yeah. Horrible man. Darren said, "Trump could have been given an honorary title as king, but the Saudis have never done that before." Missy T said, "Sickening." ED said, "Darren, please. My name is Elaine. I'm a lady that a freak of Illuminati, Freemasons, DC shithole." King Snowball said, "Susie, Noddy was a child genius. Obviously, seems like one anyway compared to the current kids the schools are damaging currently." Deb said, "Hev saying, 'Come on, man,' made me spit my coffee." Yeah, come on, man. That was my saying before he took it. Biden, I mean. I don't know how he stole it off me. I mean, a lot of people used to say it anyway, you know, but it was one I used to say. So come on, man. Xenotron said, "Hey, King Snuggle, haven't been saying too much today. Didn't miss anything. Just nice snide and cutting remarks against the beast." Alex said, "I think we've maxed out our sick buckets tonight." Darren said, "I feel like a teen again, making ladies sick." Deb said, 10:31 a.m. Adelaide still feeling moist. Xenotron said, "But that is what I like best about them." Alex said, it's 2 a.m. here. Xenotron said, no, the king was not happy during that ceremony. Whatever happened, it was not the will of the Saudi king. Missy T said, maybe do a backup, Hev. Saying, what, a backup of, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, shit. Xenotron said, King, you are too kind. Flyby students, be aware this emergency alert is another trick to get you to sign a contract. Deb said, my dad always said, beware of men. Darren said, Zena, I didn't see many happy faces that honoured Trump on that tour. ED said, Alex, why aren't you in bed? Darren said he even walked in front of the Queen. Yeah, Trump did. Xenotron said, I'm very cautious about that ABS. I think there might be a silent subliminal message inserted there. Deb said, so Hev has to have a backup to the backup. Okay, so another backup. This is a backup for the other one. So if this is the main one, then there have to be another backup. Is that what we mean? Alex said 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. I remember that. And Xenotron said, no, Darren, no, they were not happy. King Snuggle said, I've been told that before. I was also told being too kind would be my downfall. Alex said, insomniac here, ED. Xenotron said, King Snuggle, being kind is only a downfall externally. Internally, it polishes you like gold. Alex said, I would never miss this chat if I do call, was going to say the police, but on second thoughts. King Snuggle said, Xenotron, I was also once advised that polishing turds doesn't work. Darren said, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Xena said, try sheepdogs. They polish them and use them as greenstone in New Zealand. ED said, Darren, yes, I love that video of all leaders over the world surrendered to Trump and played their part and F around and find out. Trude, Macron, Boris, Millie, and more gonzo watching actor. Darren said, Alex, I made up for it in my 20s. Flyby Stew said, you can tell when people are reading your messages. Lol, awesome. King Snowball said, Xenotron would have thought that type of scam would be inevitable, seeing they repopulated that entire area with convicts. Xena said the cabal thought it was a joke, and now seriously the joke's on them, all who participated. Nothing can stop what's coming because it's already happened and been set in stone. ED said, Alex, I remember those days, now sleep like a baby when I tap out. Alex said, no idea how they did it. I can only put it down to my grandparents being legends. They were harder stock back then. I would love to speak to them all again now. Such wisdom. Selena said, have dangly bits of something Dylan Mulvaney has, not tea bags. Oh, dear. Darren said, never put dangly bits in the teapot. Everyone's laughing at the dangly bits. Xena said, which is why we sit here and watch react to too little, too late. It always seems they're 100 steps ahead in the rollout of the plan. They are the head, we the tail. It needs to reverse. Darren said, I bet he does a lot of teabagging though, Selena. Deb said, sleeping. Alex said, I nearly forgot to say my phone did another update overnight last night before asking. It turned on the emergency alert, which I swiftly turned back off again. Sneaky buggers. ED said, hey, Hev, one of my favourite videos when you took us for a drive in Australia and out to nature. I know. It's beautiful. I have to go for a walk through the bush and take you with me. Darren said, Alex, my laptop updated again too. The setting is to ask before downloading, but it overrides it. Alex said, I have a horrible sleep pattern for the last few years. So much going on. JJ said, lemon with that tarragon and honey. Ooh. Alex said, other alerts on laptop too. Luna said, I made a lemon cake and it goes great with a cup of tea. Oh, yum. Captain Whippersnapper said, me as well, Alex. Darren said, you should be lucky as to have a sleep pattern, Alex. More random than that. King Snurgle said, chicken and polished sleep dropping stew. I stole that one from Shannon cookbook. Darren said, I don't know, Alex. They need to get the alerts through somehow. We must be afraid. Captain Whippersnapper said, I worked overnight and destroyed my sleep patterns. I don't know the detriment as well. Xenotron said, JJ, you can try lemon. I never thought of that. Darren said, how do you polish a sheep, King? ED said, Alex, I truly know exactly what you're going through the Great Awakening. We are activated, healing, lol, rough. Flyby Stew said, good evening, Shannon. Xenotron said, King, in New Zealand they call those droppings dumplings. King Snurgle said, ask the Welsh, they know all about doing strange things with all the sheep. They used to say that here in Australia about New Zealanders too, but I think you just get sick people everywhere. JJ Willow said, Xenotron sounds very good. Deb said the sick face was for Dalai creep. Darren said, I used to say, oh, man, but Dora the Explorer stole that. I do that too. Oh, man. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, shit, man. Oh, come on, man. Xenotron said, did anyone ever used to say booty wall? No. Deb says, stoner much, Hev? That's why I've got a headache. JJ said, Xenotron, maybe make a mayo, tarragon, lemon, and honey sauce to brush on while grilling. Oh, my goodness. EDD said, so you want an awesome tea and does amazing things to the body. Bay leaves, cloves, cinnamon stick, and sometimes add orange peels for a twist. So good. Oh, yum. Even JJ's hungry now. See what we've done? I am really hungry. My mouth is watering so much I have to keep swallowing because I'm so hungry. And I ate before I came on, so it's just the talk of food. I just could spend all day in the kitchen and eat all day. King Snuggle said, Xenotron, no wonder they ended up in the Shannon Spear cookbook. He must have stolen it from a Kiwi. Darren said, if you want a real pig face, watch the Conservative Twins clip of someone rubbing their face in a cow's as it pees. Oh! No, thank you. I don't need to see that. Alex said, I go through periods of not being able to sleep all night and day, then end up crashing for a few hours, and it all starts over again. I think I'll sleep well tonight. I'm shattered. We'll get going in a minute so you can go to bed. And everyone can go and eat, and I can go and eat. Xenotron said, King, not for the faint-hearted. Xenotron said, lols. Darren said, Alex, what if you're correct? What if you are on the correct sleep pattern, but they are messing with the passage of time? JJ said, Alex, I use CBD for those nights. Xenotron said, I say that about the EBS because the recent revelations of the CIA and their mind control in their technology. Alex said, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. That was in that movie Mayhem or Suspended Animation. Was it a pickle that Peter Pepper picked in the jar? Oh, we're all going. Deb said red leather, yellow leather. King Snuggle said, Darren, very well. They are definitely constantly messing with someone or other's passage. Darren said, but if Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Pip? You got me. That's it, Darren. You got me. That Peter Piper picked. Flyby Stew said, any, many, miny, mo. Captain Whippersnapper said, much love, Hev. Darren said, yes, King, and they blame it on the aliens, and Deb's laughing. I'd be laughing too. Alex said, I smoke the herb and take 1,000 milligram hemp oil, but my mind doesn't switch off, JJ. EDD said, Alex, I hope and will send positive vibes, make you sleep well. Try Epsom salt bath and candles, some relaxing music. Drag butt to bed. Xenotron said, Betty better bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter, so she bought some better butter, better than her bitter butter. Wow. Interesting. EDD said, Alex, good you take your greens too. JJ said, Alex, that sucks. That would knock me out. King Snowball said, Darren, the aliens vehemently refute that. They claim they are far more interested in experimenting than making babies. Darren said, try home brew, Alex. Well-hopped beer brings sleep easily and has no hangover. Missy T said, I need food now, lol. We all need food. Come over and I'll make you something to eat. One day we'll be able to do it. Alex said, thank you. I'd love to be able to meditate and switch off completely at least once a day. And I'll make you so full that you'll have to go for a nap afterwards. Darren said, home brews, good for constipation. Or beer's not, I know that. Deb said, so what is everyone bringing to Hev's potluck? Darren said, yeah, we got her, Alex. King Snurgle said Alex admitted to fondness to eating her greenies a while back. Ah, yes, Darren, said Alex, laughing. Darren said, if you eat your greenies, your hair will go curly. That's why mine's very curly. I've straightened my hair right now. You can't. It sits like a little afro. It does, like a little red afro. I don't know why, but it does. Darren said, and it'll put hairs on your chest. Oh, well, that double reason not to. Alex said, I thought that was cross, Darren. Deb said, Irish stew. Oh, I've got some of that in the freezer. Alex is laughing, but I feel like tacos. Darren said, Alex, that was anything that adults wanted us to eat. I never wanted curly hair, though. Alex said, yeah, food nap. Yeah, when you get so full that you got to go and rest. There's no other way. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. I won't be back until Thursday on the other channel. And wish me luck that I don't get deleted before then. Otherwise, I'll be back here as soon as I can because I'm babysitting. Okay, guys, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will see you soon. And I'm adding this to the stream.
I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And we're all going life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.